All right, welcome to the third video. And in this video, what we're going to go over is how to create content that gets organic traffic and possibly, if you're lucky, it could go viral, right? So basically, there's two different types of posts you really want to make on your fan page. And each of them have a different objective. One type of post that you want to make is designed to get engagement, meaning you want people to like, comment, and share. You want people to get more fans on your page to gain likes and fans. The other type of post you're going to make is going to be for lead generation that then takes the people through a process where they become a lead, where they give you their name and email address, and you basically put them through a process and introduce them to your business opportunity, okay, and possibly other products. So this video is going to be all about the first, which is making posts that get engagement and ultimately get more fans on your page. And this is what you should focus on first. Again, what we're doing right now is we want to build the foundation of your audience. So we want to create it doesn't have to be a massive audience, but we want to create a nice little audience of people who are like raving fans, right? So how do we do that? And what you need to do, right? So here's the deal. First of all, you need to create content that your audience actually likes, okay? So how are the ways to do that? All right, 3 different types of posts that you can make are, number one, you could just do a straight text post. Straight text, it works. People who really like you will probably engage in it and everything like that, especially if you structure the way that text ad looks. You could get some engagement in it. The second thing you could do is post images. So you can go to, say, go onto Google, and I'll show you aware of how to find images that you can post. So let's go to Google, and in the search bar here, we're just going to do images. You can use Bing, Google, they all have images. So let me type it in. Give me a second here. Right, so we're going to go to images. Google Images. And now we can search for like different things, right? So let's just say, and again, you want to make your posts relevant to what you're talking about. So everything on your page needs to be congruent, meaning it has to make sense, right? So again, if your page is about like teaching marketing training like me, inspiring, motivating, helping people break out of the box that they're trapped in, and getting the courage to try something new to make money online, all of your information should be about that. If you're a fitness coach or something like that, your information on your page should be about that kind of stuff, right? There's ways to find funny stuff. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it, but make sure that it makes sense to your audience. So if one day you're a fitness coach and then the next day you're talking about something completely out in left field, it's going to leave your audience scratching their heads. You don't want your audience sitting there thinking to themselves like, what does this have to do with why they like that page? Again, you want to attract your audience, not repel them. So Google Images, let's just say that again, you're into the same stuff as me, marketing training. So let's just do like Gary Vaynerchuk, right? So let's search him and let's see what kind of images we can find. So let's say that today you watch a video, a Gary Vaynerchuk video on YouTube, and you take some notes, and I'm going to get into that too in a second, like where to find good content. But let's say that you watch a Gary Vaynerchuk video on YouTube and you take some notes. Number one, I always recommend doing videos. So if you're afraid of doing videos right now, start doing them. I don't care how afraid you are, you should be doing videos. But if you want to do an image with your content, say, again, we're doing Gary Vaynerchuk. So you find a good image of him, and then you simply are going to download and save this to your computer. So you simply right click. You're going to, let's see here, save picture as. Make sure it goes to pictures. Then you create a file name. So it's a Gary V. Save it. And so now we save that image. So you could do that. A simple way to get images is right there. Boom. So you could search whatever you want. Let's see here. I mean, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a particular person. It could be like inspirational quotes, right? So let's see what we got here. And really, it's limitless, the number of images you can get. Anything you can think of, you just come in here and you search for it. You find a cool inspirational quote, and you download it to your computer, the image, and then we're going to post it on to your fan page, right? Again, images are okay, but ultimately, in order, my advice to you, number one, videos. Video is the absolute best way for you to post, because people are going to be able to see you, hear you. Again, as long as you're offering value and good quality information to your audience, they're going to begin to take the time to listen to you. My suggestion is to keep your videos between 1 and 4 minutes. A lot of times, the majority of people, especially nowadays, the majority of people aren't going to sit there and listen to you on a particular video, for longer than 4 minutes. Unless it's like some really in-depth training that you're really teaching something really, really important, then you can keep their attention for longer. But if for a typical post, you want to keep your videos relatively short. Like this one I did for 5 minutes and 10 seconds, which is actually a little bit long. Let's see what I did on this one. Come on, show me how long it is. All right, I'm sure it's probably around 4. This was 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So again, try to keep it, less than 4 minutes. If you go over a little bit with your videos, that's okay. So when posting to your page, okay, so how do you, if you're, one of the most difficult things that a lot of people struggle with is where to get ideas for your posts on your page, right? So you don't have to really overthink it, because there's so much information available that you can find the information and use other people's information and make it yours. So again, like the example I use, Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, you can go to YouTube, search Gary Vaynerchuk, and listen to a video of his. And while you're listening to it, you can jot down some notes. So typical Gary Vaynerchuk video, 10 to 15 minutes or so. So you spend 10 to 15 minutes and you listen to a cool video by Gary Vaynerchuk, and as long as it inspires you, it'll probably inspire your audience, because again, your audience should be like-minded people. So if it gets you going, you're like, oh, cool, let's tell your audience about it. And so when you're shooting a video, act as though you're talking to one person. So whoever your best friend is, whoever is the most supportive person to you, that's who you're speaking to, right? So rather than thinking like you're talking to a whole bunch of people that are going to be watching your video on your page, watch a video by Gary Vaynerchuk, jot down some videos, jot down some notes, and then share the cool information that you just got from Gary Vaynerchuk and share it with your best friend, but do it via video, right? And then in another training, I might go into this one depending on how long this goes. I'm going to tell you and go over what you should have in your video, what are some key points that you need to say in your video, and also what you should put in the text along with your video to get more people to not only view it, but also to do what you want them to do. Okay, so I might go over that here towards the end of this video, so keep paying attention. If not in this video, it'll probably be in the next one or the next one. So good information coming. So here's another thing I want to go over with you is here's some key points. So if you have a pen and paper right now and you're watching this training, or key places to find high quality content. High quality places where you can go listen to different information and use that information, learn from it, and just basically tell people what you've learned. One of my main sources of information that's completely free is ilovemarketing.com. So that is by two of the most, it's a podcast by Joe Polish and Dean Jackson, two of the best marketers, in my opinion, on the planet. And they have tons and tons of podcasts with the most successful entrepreneurs, the most brilliant marketers on the planet. And there's so much good information there that as of today, there's something like 220 or 230 hour-long podcasts. So you might think to yourself, wow, I don't really have an hour a day to listen to a podcast. And first of all, you should have an hour a day. But here's what you need to realize is a lot of times for me, I'll put on a podcast that's an hour long, and I'll get enough information in the first like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes from that. I'll jot down enough notes that I can actually create my content for my fan page from only the first 10 to 20 minutes, right? So you don't necessarily have to listen to the entire podcast. You know, sometimes from a single podcast on I Love Marketing, I might get enough information and content to create 4 posts on my fan page, right? Other places to go are like rayhigdon.com, www.rayhigdon. Again, if you're in the MLM niche, Ray has been posting consistently on his blog pretty much every single day for the past, like, I think 6 years or something ridiculous. And the guy is just constantly putting out good information. So, and typically his content and his videos are typically, I'd say, in the range of, the 5-minute range. So you can definitely get good information there. So again, and as far as what you should be thinking of is who are other successful people, not just like, your upline in your business. I mean, start thinking of the best of the best, Eric Worre, again, Ray Higdon, Jonathan Budd, Mike Dillard. Those are just a few names that you can start searching. They all have fan pages. They all have tons of places where you can get information from them. And what you need to realize too is a lot of times you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't want to just take other people's information and use it. Well, here's what you need to realize is that all of them learned from other people. Trust me, the information that they share, they're getting from other people. It's because they're taking their time, just like you should, in learning new information and passing it on to your audience, right? Ray Higdon, incredible marketer, love him, right? His information is, it was a lot of the information that he uses, and I mean, same with Joe Polish, Dean Jackson, all these guys, and also women too, right? So if you're a woman, you should definitely be thinking of, who are the top internet marketers in the space that do what you do, who are the best female internet marketers, right? So you want to start searching for their pages, liking their pages, keep an eye out on what they're doing. Stop looking at what average people are doing, all the BS, and start looking at what the best of the best are doing in the industry. So again, they all have YouTube channels. Eric Worre, I think he does a video every single day. Amy Porterfield, she's not in the MLM niche, but she's all about Facebook marketing. You definitely could search her. Let's see if I can find like Ray Higdon. So let's go check out Ray's page. And this is like, we want to bridge the gap, right? One of the things that I said that we wanted to do is bridge the gap between your new page and getting to somewhere like a Ray Higdon, right? So Ray Higdon, how's he page 149, almost 150,000 people like it. The thing to understand is once you get to this level of canvas, you literally have your own like ATM machine. I mean, Ray Higdon can make money whenever the heck he wants, right? So how did he get from day one, just starting online, to this point? Well, again, he didn't do it the exact same way. His primary way of building his business is through his blogging system, which, you know, some of you may or may not already have a blogging system. I suggest you have one. But even if you don't, the way that he did it was by consistently teaching his audience, by consistently offering relevant information and value to his audience. So, I mean, we get through his page here, I mean, some of it's going to be he just had a baby, right? So we all, you know, anytime you have a child, trust me, you know, you're going to have pictures of your baby everywhere. So I'm sure he has tons and tons of pictures of his baby on here now. But he has such a huge fan base that, you know, he posts a picture of his Sabrina, his newborn daughter, 10 hours ago, and he gets 535 people to like it and starts getting some comments. But here we go, 16 hours ago. Just look at what he does. Start paying attention to what the best of the best do. So here's his the text for his post here on his fan page is my best scripts for recruiting your warm market, even if they don't respect you. Full blog post here, and then he links to his blog. So if you have a blog, and my suggestion to you right now is not to overwhelm yourself. You know, just getting started right now, I wouldn't, if you have a blog and you already got it all set up and you're, you know, have no problem putting the content on a blog first, do that. But if you're just getting started and you're just learning how to blog, or if you don't have a blog, your information is going to be in the video. So my best scripts for recruiting your warm market, even if they don't respect you, full blog post here. And so what you'd want to do, what I'd suggest is, well, I mean, this is pretty important for, you know, people in the home-based business niche, in the MLM niche, right? So what I would do if I wanted to get this information is I would, you know, listen to the video, or I'd go to his blog and check it out and see exactly what he says. While he's speaking, jot down some notes. You know, what are the key points that Ray goes over in his video that, you know, grab your attention? Like, what are those, like, oh wow moments in the video? Jot those down, and then take a little bit of time to think about what you listen to. Then pick up your camera phone, or you can do a text post, or you could do you know, do a screenshot of this, right? So, and on this new computer, I don't even have my screenshot, but you can use, like, I think it's called like Jing.com. It's a way you can take free screenshots. So you can actually capture this image and use the image. There's nothing wrong with leveraging Ray Higdon. I mean, he'll appreciate it if you're letting people know about him. And just so you know, in every post that you make, you do not have to necessarily say like where you got the information from, because a lot of times you may end up, you know, listening to, say, a video from Ray Higdon, and then you also listen to, you know, a podcast on ilovemarketing.com, and the combination of the two will actually become your post. You know, try to give credit where credit is due. But just so you know, don't worry, like, if you learn something and you can't remember where you learned it from, you know, don't be all frantic and crazy and worrying about, you know, letting people know where that information came from, because not even Ray gives credit to everything, or anybody, you know what I mean, any big marketer. So don't sweat that. So basically what you want to do is look at what other people are doing. So that's a simple, basically one sentence that you put with your video or your image. If you do a text post, a lot of times it could just be your notes, right? So, you know, my best scripts for recruiting your warm market, even if they don't respect you. you can maybe just jot down those scripts and put them as a text post, right? Or maybe you do an image with text, right? So you have an image, then you put down the best scripts, you know. So Ray Higdon's best scripts for recruiting your warm market, right? And that becomes a post. So I hope that all makes sense. Again, the key things that you want to do are, and here we go. I'm gonna go into another video, but you want to have a text in your post that immediately grabs the attention of your audience, right? So Ray Higdon's audience is MLM people. So this simple sentence is definitely going to grab people's attention, especially even if they don't respect you. That's a big problem, right? So, you know, the best scripts, awesome, that's cool. You know, I'd love to see the best scripts for recruiting my warm market, even if they don't respect you. So for the typical person in Ray's audience, they deal with or he's speaking to people who have who don't get the respect that they deserve, right? It happens to me, it probably happens to you. So I want to know, like, what is it that he's saying here, right? So make sure that you know, the most important part is the first sentence that you have in your post, and then in your video or at the bottom of your text, you want to have a call to action, meaning you basically want to tell people what you want them to do, right? So on a post that is not about generating leads, it's about getting engagement and getting fans. The things that you want to tell them to do are to like, comment, share, and also like your page. So basically, like, comment, share, like your page. 4 main things that you want to tell people to do in every post. So in a video, at the end, the call to action is, I appreciate you. I hope that you found value from this video. If you'd be so kind, I would be thankful if you would like this post. I appreciate your comments, and please share it. Of course, not everybody's going to do what you tell them to do, the call to action, but sometimes people just need to know, hey, look, this is what I want you to do. So in all of your posts, for getting organic traffic and maybe even going viral, if you have some crazy video or something like that, the main point of it, everything you do should have a point. Like, what is the reasoning for you posting this? I mean, you don't just post it to waste your time, right? You're not creating a video, and so you want to provide value to your audience, but you also want your audience to share the value that you're providing. Okay, so call to action for your posts that aren't lead generation, that aren't for lead generation, are to like, comment, and share. And as people do that, as people like, comment, and share, it gets put out into the newsfeed. Hey, Matt Aaron just liked your video, right? So now other people who know me are going to see that I liked it. Oh, well, why is Matt liking this video? Then they watch it, and then they're on your page and they like your page. So suddenly you gained a new fan because I liked your video. Do you understand? So that's how you want to start creating your content on your page. Nothing but value. It's something I should have probably went over in the beginning of this video, but again, I hope you're listening. Your content on your page should have nothing to do with your opportunity. It should always be about value. And I'm going to show you how from posting value, you can always guide people into the right direction to get more information about your business opportunity. And that will be done in another video. But for the time being, if you have any questions in the group where this video is posted, please feel free to ask, and I will answer everyone's questions.